Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the English cast of the RPG Nightcup 22. I'm your host LuckersTurbo, and I welcome you into this beautiful map built by Yannex. It's called Hunt the Odyssey, where players will face against each other in a time attack phase. And yeah, we will start now. The time attack phase goes on for 30 minutes, and the 50% best times will get qualified for the KO, and I will explain everything about the KO later on. Okay, I have to move the chat a bit to the right, since you can see for the time attack phase we have the plus times here and also the checkpoints, and there you can see the total ranking as we have 41 players playing, so that means that 21 players will go into the next round because we round up. And yeah, we will start now with the time attack. Let's actually go with Vunjo here for that first round, and let's see what he can do. He's starting in time, and we can also see all the players here, but I removed some cars since it can get a little bit too messy if we have 50 cars on spot. Someone has a car skin rocking here, and yeah, you can see a lot of jumps that players have to cope here at the start of the map. And also, there are already 2 CPs, but the rest of the track has only 11 CPs. So it is really lacking the CPs, and the mistake can be really costly. We can see Vunjo, second CP, as well as some other players have survived the start and are there as well. He's catching up a bit towards Xeno here, Alpha, and also to Luno, who has fallen down. Ariana Grande is also there, as well as Morfeo. So they have all survived the start. Not everyone has done it, so Vunjo not with the best transition here into this section, but was still able to get into CP number 4. So he's still alive. And it's very important here in this time attack phase that you get run through. That is mediocre, so that you're a bit safe. And you can take a little bit of a breather. Also, a magnet section is here on this track. Vunjo did it pretty good. Still gets followed by some players there. And we can see him at CP5 now. Greatly done. So we can see he really practiced the track here. And is now up to the jump. But yes, only saw slightly enough speed for that. Or sufficient speed. And therefore is coming closer towards Alpha and Xeno here. So great section for Vunjo, and now we have the reuse going to the water section again. Just after that up jump here to the backflip, and then now to the left to the water part again. Yes, greatly done. And then you have to jump on to this I don't know how to call it, pre-tent, something like that. But yeah, all the players here did it pretty good. Vunjo has overtaken Alpha there, and now Xeno is up there, so we can see Morfeo is at CP7, so he is doing pretty good here, and I can't see any player who is ahead of him, so he could be in first place just now. Actually no, there is a Juvo behind him, so rocking the Pikachu skin here, as you can see, and also Nick, Sally. Too bad you can't sort by CPs. Yeah, so actually let's stay with Juvo here. Or is it Juvo? Because someone else's name was... Okay, yeah, it is. Someone else's name was Pikachu as well. But yeah, CP7 it is, and you can see it is miles till the next CP. And with center on his name. Ah, yeah, here actually. True. You mean this, right? Ah, okay, so if I go P29 or P30... No, actually... it's not moving down, though. But yeah, it's cool that... Yeah, Yannex built this map. It's a really cool map. It's... I would say that this is even a masterpiece. But yeah, the battle now for the 21st place is very important. Actually 22nd, because we have 43 players playing, and in the meantime it is Juvo who is now approaching the PF section. And he just respawns, so he is out here. And also Foot. No, he's not out. He's still in the race. Let's see what the North Shore player is doing here. Looking good, looking good. For 18 into the track, he is at CP9. We have only one player, no, two players who are at a double-digit amount of CPs right now. It is Adriana Grande and Morpheo, but also Salty has gotten into the CP in the meantime. And let's see if Skinny and Foot can do it as well. Yes, they can. So Foot on his way to that back wheel, freewheel section where you're triggering. Yeah, you can go over the boost, but when you like accelerate again, the boost will zoop you away. And I'm not sure if you have to do that here, but I think so, since you will gain a lot of speed with that. And I would say that this is one of the hardest CPs from this track, since when you make one mistake here from that freewheel section, that can really happen in this tight passage there. It is over and out for you, and you have to respawn all the way back here. And we can see Foot not with a good approach here, and actually he is losing a tremendous amount of speed, and you can see he's just going like a snail here. There will a boost to come now, and then also the CP. But still, it is most likely not gonna work for him, or is it? Ah, it's not, and Foot is dead here in this round. In the meantime, Morpheus finishing, as well as Ariana Grande. Greatly done by them. 540 for him. Let me actually quickly check what the WR is. It is, let me check here, Hunt the Odyssey, okay. It's a 536 by Tourist in time attack. So 540 I would consider as a good time. And also Salty with a 601, so greatly done. And let's actually go with, I've seen Spam here, so let's follow him. And let's see how he's doing, because he's well through this map and only 10 seconds behind the leader. So this could be a sub-6 time. Well, better even, maybe a 550 or so. So greatly done by the Dutch player. Also the water bounce really greatly executed by him. And now he's approaching the last part of the track, where you have to go over a bridge and then do another water bounce in order to... Ah, no, actually, yeah, I'm always confusing that. But yes, Spam was approaching the last part just there, and he's dropping a 551.88. So, Daddy number 9 and local 12 for him, and this puts him to P3. And yeah, you can see, for the players who are finished, you can see who is dead and who's not, because only 50% of the players will go into the next round, or will go into the actual rounds mode. And yeah, I think Lenny is discovering the map just at the moment. Let's follow Korch here, who's 1 second behind the leader, who's still Morpheo. And we also have Juvo here, so approaching the PF section now. Is Korch with a good respawn, but lost a bit. As you can see, Morpheo has extended his lead here to 2.7 seconds. And also Whetstone, aka Cabby, has lurked his way into the top 5. And there we can also see Juvo. Let's see on what time he is. Okay, he gets overtaken, but Korch with a mistake, and therefore he will lose plenty of seconds with that. This was definitely not the part, or the thing he was aiming for. Let's see what Juvo is doing here with his Pikachu skin. I could not play with that. He's on P8, 12 seconds behind the leader, so not a bad time actually. And yeah, now going with the balance part into the next, into the sleeping room, or maybe living room. Who knows? Who knows? We have to ask Yannex here what his intention was. Yeah, right now it is Pikachu, aka Juvo, approaching CP10, and then in the meantime it is Super Noob who has finished here, but only on P15. And this will put him well out of this competition. But we are only 10 minutes in here, so everything can and will happen. So I think the time you have to get to move into the next round is like a, I would say sub 6 time, for now at least. But we can see some rather weak times here with 9 minutes, so players have not really prepared. Or maybe he has not prepared the track and is learning it now. So maybe he can make it happen. But it will be a very, very hard task to do. Learning the track in 30 minutes. When you only know it. When you hardly know it, yeah. Nick with a 640 in P13. But let's follow... who should we follow? Let's follow Astronaut here for his round. As he is on DNF right now. But not on a too bad start here. Only 5 seconds behind after CP2. So players have obviously no left. I mean CP3 of course. Okay. Greatly done. Not the best hit there. Goes into the CP. Had to respawn though. But he is in a battle here with Super Noob, who actually has won an RPG Nightcup already. And now we go on to the magnet section. Also greatly done by him. Didn't really lose too much here in those last couple of turns, but then he fully bonked into the lower part of the CP, and therefore he was not able to clock it in. Vunjo, on the other hand, 16 seconds behind and approaching the last part of the track now, so that we can see a sub 6 minute time by him as well. Greatly done. Will be a 5:58, 5:58.02. Daddy 15, and therefore he is in P8. Tricky on P7, Pikachu aka Juvo on P6. Then we have Whetstone 18 aka Cabby on P5. Tex Fraud Poggers must be Dank. Yup, it's Dank. Then we have Spam, Ariana Grande and Morpheo in the top 3. So Morpheo with a very, very good time here with a 540 being 4 seconds ahead of the second place in first. So greatly done by him. I'm sorry. Let's see what Tarkin is doing. You can see the minus here every time. So we can consider the players who are on minus now. Because you can see when he will surpass the next CP. Monka Corona. When he surpasses the next CP, that the life here is the same. So this one is the same as this one. In the middle. Yeah, so minus 135. Ah, okay, yes. Ah, it's not their PB. It's on the last screen. Okay, okay. Ah, okay, I see. Okay, so... yeah, okay, makes sense though. But yeah, so then Tarkin is still on a good time. So let's see what he can do. He had a respawn here. But this will get more interesting when we are like 5 to 10 minutes more into the track. Because now every player will kind of finish. Yeah, Tarkin with a good part here. Survives this one. Also the jump here through the window. And he has a good amount of speed. Let's see what he can do. Of course he has respawn, but still he's doing that section pretty good. CP11, the last CP. He is 8 seconds ahead of P13. So this will put him into the green. Now he goes over the bridge. One more part here. 2 more water bounces to go for. Jumping through that section. Does it really good. Yeah, the thing here is Easy Driver is that you have only 11 CPs. And you have 3 CPs in the first minute. Or like 3 or 4 CPs in the way beginning. So it is a pain in the ass when you make a mistake. So yeah, Tarkin is finishing here with 17 seconds behind. So he will do a sub 6 minutes time. So greatly done by him. P10. Greatly done. Okay, let's see what Foot is doing. Also approaching the end here. One more section and one more water bounce for him to go. I mean 2 more water bounces. I I always confuse this ending. But yeah, Foot. Let's see. He's 19 seconds behind. So he could maybe get a 6-minute time. But then he needs a better ending than Morpheum. So maybe a time a little bit over 6 minutes will be the case here. So Foot is finishing, but not with a sub 6 minutes time. Still looking good for him. Okay, RTC. Not a smooth landing here, so not a lot of speed for him, but he will still get into the CP. He has sufficient amount of speed. Yes, he has, but still he will lose some time. But look at his time here. He is only 5 seconds behind Morpheo. So he is on a very good time here. Going to the last CP just now. He finds himself 9 seconds behind. But still P4 for him so far. So the ending is still remaining for him. Let's follow him here for the last couple of turns. Greatly done by him. This turn looked very good. Also this transition. The last real hard part was that he has survived it, and now he just has to go into the finish. Great amount of speed here even for him. Really greatly done by him. And now this is the last water bounce. Oh, jumps a little bit far to the left, but was still able to survive here. But this will be a 550.57. Greatly done, and this puts him up to P3. So MW top 3 here, Morpheo, Ariana Grande, and RTC in top 3. All from the same clan. Then we have Spam and another Benelux player in P5. Then Cabby, Kelvin, Pikachu, Tricky, Vunjo, Alpha, Tarkin, and then 2 North Shore players by the name of Fizzerb and Foot in 13th and 14th. So Nick is on minus, but he's only on CP2. So let's see, Xeno here, also on a good time. He's on a 2nd place attempt. Oh, this is looking good for Xeno here, as he has not finished yet. Unfortunately, I can't scroll down here. What the fuck is that? Hope. Too bad I can't like scroll down. Yeah, let's see, Xeno. Greatly done. Great amount of speed for him, so he can come closer towards Morpheo here even. So one more boost to take. Also goes into the win or into the door. Very good. So he's 15. Okay, he has made a mistake. Okay, I have not captured that one, but still he is in the green, as you can see here. Okay, never mind actually, because he dropped too far down, but he's on P10, but has made a mistake and he had to respawn. So this is what I was talking about. If you respawn all the way back, and this is such a huge time loss for him. So he can probably DNF this run already. And in the meantime, Morpheo is dropping a 5:36. What a good time by him. And yeah, Xeno is feeling the pressure. And if I were him, I would have deleted this run already, because he is so far behind. Okay, so let's see, Skinny, also 9 seconds behind at CP7. I'm only gonna focus now on the I'm gonna look at the CPs and see who's good here. But yeah, we can see Xeno rage quitting, even though he was pretty good on this track. And yeah, Corch is playing, but Corch is dead. And yeah, I'm not sure where is Tourist. Let me actually check, because I'm interested into that as well. Astronaut is here though, but he's not playing as well. Corch is dead. This guy is dead as well. I'm not sure why they're not playing. Yeah, I don't know, man. It should have worked. Is it working for you, Astronaut? It's weird. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Maybe I have to do it like that? No. Yeah, finish your run, man. It's more important than the casting. Because what matters is that people who are performing good, or like eventually people who are good will qualify if they finish, because you have 30 minutes. I mean, you still only have 10 minutes left. Let's follow M guy here, but he's so far behind. He's 2 minutes behind, so I think he won't have a saying here, if I recall it correctly. He's at 10 minutes here on this part, and thus he won't have a saying. And let's follow Astronaut, since he's on a run. Really done by him. 146 behind though, so he won't have a saying here for this one. But who could have a saying here is no one, because no one of the players here is like very far into the map and in the minus. Maybe Skinny, but he's 9 seconds behind. But maybe if Footfoot or someone else has made a mistake, so who knows. So what happens if, for example, 30 players finish? Only top 15 will go through, or is it the amount of players who are on the server? I think it's the finished players, isn't it? 50% best times get qualified. Okay. So if I don't finish, I don't get a spot to anyone. Yeah, so the finishers matters. Okay, okay. Not sure what Corch is doing, and Sheeps. Yeah, but Esther, come on, focus. And thanks for your follow, Maprix. I appreciate that. So no one is really deep here into the map and in minus. But too bad I can't scroll down. Ah, you haven't finished the map. Okay. I see, I see. Yeah, that's nice. That's really cool. That's a really nice attitude. I mean, you give half a spot then. But yeah, let's follow Morpheo here. Who's on a run, but risking a little bit too much. Cabby is... Cabby, I'm saying. Juvo is too far behind. But yeah, nothing really exciting is happening right now, since I can't see the other spots. So I have to scroll down here. But we can also do that. So what happens if I spectate Astronaut? No, it's not scrolling down. But yeah, Astronaut just giving a spot. So greatly done by him. Corch is dead. Still dead. Not sure why is he chilling there. But yeah, top 15 it will be. Let's spectate Salty here. Oh, he didn't countersteer. And therefore he lost a lot of time with that. Didn't look too good here when approaching the Wii U's. But Skyzen is also on a run here on CP6. So let's see where Salty is just after the CP, which comes now. CP number 7. He's 8 seconds behind on P13. So he's still slightly in plus. But let's follow Skyzen here. Who has DNF'd. Okay, so he wasn't on minus, so let's go again towards him. Masabi with a mistake, and now players are slowly but surely approaching their last attempt. We could see a snipe or something like that, but I will go through every player just before everything will go to an end here. So he's not playing. He's playing though, but he is probably only giving a spot though. M guy is not dead. Okay, let's see. CP8. Nick is at CP8 at the PF part. So far, it is 14 players who have or who will qualify. So it could get interesting, but people are slowly but surely approaching the last run. They should decide now. Now they should decide what they're doing. Because it would be enough if they finish with a 6-minute time. So they have to decide. He is too far behind, Server saying. Let's go with Nick again. Nick is dead. He had to respawn, but I think it's it's also a respawn CP here. Okay, goes for the wallbang. Goes into the living room here. Living room area. Not a greatly executed slide, as he has gotten a no slide there. Oh, and also the jump is dead. He's dead. And this is not looking good for Nick here. Giving free KO slot. That's cool. But yeah, Corch is dead all of a sudden. He's not playing. M-Guy is approaching the last checkpoint. And we have some players who are spectating. As Spam is on a tremendously good time here. -8 seconds. But maybe he has made a mistake. But yeah, it's -8 seconds to the red, I think. So it's not to his time. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. So you can see, Spam is not ahead of his PB, but he is -8 seconds towards the red placement. So that's how it works. Okay, but anything what's interesting here? Salty is too far behind. But maybe players are still finishing. So we will still have a top 15 that will play. Yeah, but yeah, the plugin is really good. I like it as well. So Spam is on his way to finish. But he is only getting some practice in. Or is he improving? He's actually improving to 5:46. Great time by Spam. Claiming P4. So greatly done by Spam. So let's see who's still finishing. Let's go to the other side of the track where we have a lot of people here as the finish is there. Astronaut is approaching the last part. I played the race, but I played pretty bad because of my thumb. So if Astronaut is finishing or someone else, then we have one more guy who's playing. As Selden is finishing, and this means that we have 15 spots. Fizzerb is also finishing. Improving, but he's already in the green. Dude, I'm trying. Yeah, this map is super hard, indeed. Should I backseat you or what? So anyone finishing from the players who are here. Oh, what about him? Oh my god! I think we found our candidate. No. No! I think he's dead. Is it Hazard? I think so, right? He lost too much with that. He's dead. Yeah, but he could have qualified. He could have, because only 7 seconds behind. Yeah, it's Hazard. Question is it still enough for him? Or not? 30 seconds behind. Nope. That's the GG for Hazard. Let's see who else is there and playing. Sheeps is playing, and Sheeps could, or is well there to finish. But he's not qualifying, as Skyzen is finishing as well, and therefore we have 16 players. And Sheeps is also finishing here. Greatly done. GG. Let's see who else can finish. Oh, no. No, that's too far behind. This could work out for Ludo, who is on a 10th position right now. Ludo could snipe it here. Ludo could snipe it in the last second, as he's 18 seconds behind. He needs a godlike ending. Oh, but he has touched, so he has lost a lot of time. But still, 22 seconds for him to go. He can make it. He is 20 seconds behind. And this could be possible for him as he's approaching the last part of the track. 10 seconds left. No, I think it's not enough for him. It is not enough. No, he is lacking like 5 seconds. Yes, Ludo is not making it. Ludo is not making it. Goodbye. Rip Ludo and rip me. Imagine the caster getting kicked out of the server. No, it didn't die. Ah, okay, Specs got kicked, okay. Imagine you're like first or so. Just do a password or so. Yeah. I should try the track maybe. Should your local streamer try this track? Retry. Well. Oh, I already ran wrong. What was the way again? Stream lagging? What? Wait. What about now? Yo, Xyra. Still laggy? Wait, what is happening? I have to change my settings. Not gonna play it then. Now it's working. Haha. So 23 players are here. Is it lag? Is it still laggy? Just tell me. Just tell me if it's still laggy. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It's fine now. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we have a break of 6 minutes. And let's recap everything here. So Turbo is not playing. As well as, yeah, of course, Yannex. I think he's casting at Korch also didn't finish. So, yeah. I'm interested to see who can take it. Actually, Spam could also take it here. Because he did pretty good here on this track. He did pretty good on this one. And he has also occupied local 9 here. But he can cope with pressure. And this is a very, very important thing, if you ask me. So Spam is one of the players who could maybe, yeah, be considered as one of the underdogs. So make your guesses in the chat. I mean, there's a lot of good players. A lot of good RPG players. Of course, all the MW guys, all the North Shore guys. Don't want to mention the smaller clans, because it would be too much. But they are all very good. As well as Morpheo, who has won with a 5:36. So almost beating Tourist time. So maybe this can be... I think he's the favorite. Then we have Ariana. He could also take it. Yes, that's true. I'm just gonna go with... yeah. Actually don't know, but I will just take Spam. Because he's the underdog. Don't want to be biased here, but he can take it. He can take it. Yeah, I mean, the most obvious guess is Morpheo for me. Or one of the MW guys. As well as... I already wanted to say Tourist, but he's not playing. No, I'm not a Spam fanboy. But some people underestimate the thing, how important it is to handle pressure. And Spam can do that pretty good. Yeah, Juvo, of course. Cool to see him going that far. So yeah, now we have part 2 coming up. I will explain it now. So it's the KO. Yeah. From the top 25 on, we see 3 knockouts. Top 15, 2 knockouts. And then top 5, 1 knockout per round. So this means that we play this track over and over now. And I think we have 17 or 16 players. So at 16 players, this means that we have 3 knockouts in the first live round. And after that, we have 2 knockouts till the top 5. If I recall that one correctly. And then there's 1 knockout till we have declared a winner. So cool concept. Definitely something that is, yeah, not unique because it is out there for so long, but it's working so good on on RPG. So I think this is one of the best cup formats that exists in Trackmania, and I'm glad to cast this one, or glad casting this one. So Vunjo finishing. So last 3 players will be eliminated in this round. I was to the left there, I forgot. When I was playing the track. Also Tricky is doing good here. As we can see, he has local 5. A time that you should not underestimate. Yeah, indeed. This map is pretty hard to play. This map is really hard to play. Because it's so tight and then there's so many transitions. And also a lot of speed checks, as you could have seen there. And then the respawn, on the other hand, is super far away. Not in the beginning, or at the beginning, but in the end of the track. You have respawns that are hella long. So everything can happen here. Really, everything can happen. And I would not give up on this track. Not at all. So Salty, I think, was the last player who has qualified towards this playoff phase. So we have 19 players actually playing. Okay, okay. So 1 minute, and then we will start with the live phase. Let's spectate the Tux route, aka Dank. Greatly done by him here. Also nice, delicious no jump here. So greatly done by him. But unfortunately, he can't finish this run. You can see this is like one of the... This was CP5, I think. And it is at 138, or like CP4. Yeah, Masabi, yeah, true. 16 players. Oh, there was a tie? I did not capture that. Oh my god. There was a tie for the 16th place. Why didn't I capture that? Wow, what? Okay, but now we have the playoff. Ah, wait. Wait. Okay, yeah, I was mistaken there. But yeah, it's 2 KOs till top 5. Then we have 3 KOs till top 15. So warm up before the live round here. Tank with a good start. But yeah, we can see here 4 knockouts because this guy is definitely not playing, I think. So he should, yeah, he is out. Okay, so you can see on the top or the left side here that 3 knockouts will occur in this round. And we will go live with the first round here. 16 players are left and we have 3 knockouts right away. Let's see who makes the first mistake. It's Foot, Salty and Spam occupying the last 3 places in the first CP. But of course this is impossible to call here for that, because a lot of things are happening here. And now Spam is already up to P9 and therefore to a well-in position. Overtaking Cabby there. And also gets closer here towards that top 5. So you could have seen some players are standing still there because they have clipped something. So this is not what you want to do, of course. Now the magnet part will slowly but surely come closer towards the players here. Some transitions have to be coped for them. Also this part where you can easily lose your speed, but Spam does it really good. So he is up to P4. But look at the fight here for the top 3 between Vunjo, Tricky and Morpheo, as Tricky goes for a little bit of a more alternative line. And Vunjo almost got stuck there. Still greatly done for him. And yeah, Vunjo losing a bit, so he's 1 second behind. And now the magnet that I've said or I've mentioned beforehand is coming up. We have to drive in a zigzag, a left-right turn up the roof. And then enter the building and go into CP number 5. So Vunjo is doing it good. Let's see in the meantime who is in the last places. It's actually Dank here falling behind, and as well as Fizzerb and Masabi. Masabi who is super far behind and had to respawn again here in this section. And yeah, Masabi not looking too good here, as a lot of players actually have made a mistake. But yeah, that's the cracking point on this track. Everything can happen here. if you survive 1 or 2 parts, which are really hard, it is actually Masabi who can make it happen. And we can see Spam, who had to respawn as well, and right now is on a dead position. So Spam is not looking too good here. As well as Juvo and Tarkin, who is still at this water part, but has survived it now. But he is so far behind, 44 seconds. This could be the early GG. He has to rely on 3 mistakes, 3 huge mistakes by players that are well over 20 seconds, if not even more. Okay, let's go with Spam here, who's chasing Foot, and Masabi in the meantime has dropped down again and had to respawn again, as you can see. So Masabi is dead as well, still at CP6, and this is a huge gap here between the second last and the third last position, as you can see here, that Masabi is approaching this this reuse section just now, as Cabby Juvo, I always get those names wrong, was only 5 seconds behind Spam. So Masabi really needs to rely on mistakes here, as he is in last position, CP7. But speaking of Juvo here, he has made the mistake. And therefore Masabi, dude, this guy, is he completely retarded? Sorry to say that. But first of all, he is playing. And then he is writing in chat when this guy is saying no chat during rounds. Sorry to be like that, but he is, yeah. He should be a little bit more quiet in the chat. Okay, let's see. So Salty has dropped out here, as he has mentioned here. So 9th CP for him. My 8th CP, I wanted to say, as you can see here. Juvo and Masabi have not reached it at all, or so far. Nah. He's not retarded. I mean, I'm not edgy, but I mean, Xeldon should really apply to the rules. Or like behave to the rules. Okay, but it looks like that Juvo, Salty and Masabi are out because they are super far behind. I mean, it's only 9 seconds for Salty, so some mistakes can happen. Let's actually go a little bit further ahead here, as we see Ariana Grande 37 seconds behind, but still on P10. This CP can be also super hard to do. Spam ahead of him. Looking good. Yeah, this is a very long free-wheeled section where a mistake is very costly. So everything can happen. And also the boost, you don't know when it actually triggers. The Ariana Grande is doing it very good here, as you can see, as well as all the other players. Let's see if he is on, if he's overtaking someone, because the CP is coming now. Just after this door section, we have the CP, and actually 2 players have made a mistake. And Salty is in again. So Tarkin has dropped out in the meantime. And this is not looking good, as Tarkin has made another mistake. So this could be lights out for him in the first round already. This part is super hard to do. And we can see the first players who have finished already. Vunjo, Kelvin. Then we also have Cabby, Tricky, Morpheo, Spam, Foot. And Ariana Grande, Frizerp, Alpha, RTC, Salty, Dank, and Torkin still at CP10, as well as Pikachu and Masabi, who are all a tremendous amount of seconds behind, and checkpoints, as you can see here. Every player has finished. Dank has just survived this ending. Looking good for him. Small drift. Should not make a mistake. And then it is the top 15. Or the top 13 for him. Looking good. And this is the last player who will finish. GG towards him. Greatly done. Not the strongest round here, but mistakes can happen on a very hard map like this. And yeah, Torken, Pikachu aka Juvo, and Masabi are out. GG. So this was the first round, and now we have, as mentioned here from Kevin Strike, 2 knockouts per round, and everything will be a little bit more interesting now. Let's follow RTC here. Thunderbolt didn't work. Oh, Spam has dropped out here. Or maybe some other players. Vunjo and Alpha. And also Foot are here in the back. And let's see who will survive the first couple of like confusing turns here in the beginning that I would definitely get wrong when I would have played this cup. Even though when I've no-life this track. But you can see this speed check here is very hard to do. It looks so easy in the beginning, or when you first play this, or when you see this track, but it's really hard to do, trust me. Okay, Alpha lagging here with his car skin, but is still here on the race. But has made another mistake, so he will drop down further and further. Maybe his car is too big. Who knows, who knows? No, textures won't change, but Preserve didn't get a good uphill here, so Alpha will capitalize from that. And also Dank is here not with a good section. And yeah, now Spam has dropped out. He had to respawn. And also Cabby. So not looking good for them. The duo. Spam is a little bit further behind actually. And then we have an MW duo here in 1 and 2, as you can see here. And also Tricky, actually. Tricky has claimed temporarily P2 for his, or into his favor. Looking good for the Exalty player here that he will survive another round. Also does this one here pretty good. Salty, not a good amount of speed, but he was able to make it. Wee, that was pretty close. Also Ariana Grande with a clip, but was going into the CP. Calvin, Foot, Bunjo also here. Then we have Dank, Preserve a little bit further behind, but also well in the green. Then we have RTC, Alpha, and then Spam is also not super... Oh, actually, he is super far away, as you can see. He's now at the War 2 section. He survives it, so he really needs to rely on a mistake, as he is 15 seconds behind the green. But it's only one mistake. And we can see Cabby, who is dead, as it seems, because he is more than 25 seconds behind. Why is this guy still texting? Can you please, like, mute him or so? Because this is really distracting players. I'm not getting why this guy is chatting and is not applying to the rules. But, yeah, it's not my tournament. Can I kick him? Yeah. And I'm sorry that I say that he is retarded or so, but he should apply to the rules. And yeah, I don't know. It is something that you learn way, way earlier. Of course, I didn't mean it that way, but sometimes it makes me angry. Okay, so Spam coming closer here to Ariana Grande. And actually, it is him, Ariana Grande, dropping down here in the meantime. I thought he is ahead of Spam here, but that wasn't the case. So this could be an upset that Ariana Grande is out, since he is a very good player. Actually got top 3 in the seeding. So definitely needs to rely on a mistake, but a mistake in the ending can definitely happen. As in the meantime, Tricky is in first place. Greatly done by him. Let's follow. Let's see where the players are here. Morpheo is ahead of Salty. But Morpheo with a better section here, so he stays ahead, but only by 0.3 of a second. Going to the 9th CP now, if I recall it correctly. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's the 9th CP. I should have learned the CPs a little bit more. Now comes not the PF section. Wait a minute. No, the PF section came before that. The CP10, yeah, okay, so then the checkpoints here down are right. So this is the make it or break it, where mistakes can happen, and Salty is showing us how you can make mistakes. Fortunately, this happened so early for him, but mistakes are inevitable here. some mistakes will happen to you, especially in this first part, as Foot is not there in that CP yet. Then we have Span, Ariana Grande, and also Dank, who's again on that first green spot. So he is in, but ever so slightly. But look at him, he is 22 seconds ahead of Cabby, who has made another mistake. Then we have Alpha with his car skin, being still at CP8 and now going up the stairs here, jumping into that section and now going into a smaller room section where you are jumping out very soonish again. But yeah, he is most likely out. Everything can happen here in matter of events. Spam is surviving this section. Let's see how many players have failed this section here. If Spam will increase his position. Yeah, he's up to P6 now. And Tricky has dropped out from P1 to P7 or 8 as it seems. Salty, looking good for him. Oh, but he has touch, but still a good amount of speed. Foot now jumping here as well. Good transition for him as well. And then we have Dank, who's still at this part. And Whetstone 18, aka Cabby, has deleted here. Interesting. Okay. Interesting lag. Dank has left the server. What was Dank doing? He was well in. Okay, yeah, now players have to finish. So Dank has rage quit and Alpha is in if he finishes. $30 seconds. No, it's not enough. Alpha is not making it. 25 seconds. Then we have 4 knockouts in this round. We have 4 knockouts. Oh man, oh man. 4 knockouts. Wow. We have Whetstone, Alpha, Salty, and Dank being out. But I'm not sure why Dank has deleted. Didn't he have enough time or what happened to him? I'm not sure about that actually. But yeah, GG's to the players. And now we are already towards top 9 here, as it seems. Top 10? Wait, it's top 10, top 9? Top 10. No, top 9, top 9. Okay, it's top 9. We're at 13 players, and now we're at 9. Okay, yeah, and you can also see that here. 9 players left, numbers of KO 2. So this is the second last round with 2 KOs, and then we'll go to 1 KO. So yeah, Spam is in last as well as Tricky. Didn't get the best start or had to respawn here. So Tricky and Spam now occupying the last places before CP3. But there is still this CP10 and also Foot has made a mistake. And after this round everything will be a bit better to spectate. Tricky goes for the speed and Foot goes for the smooth transition in this in this section after that, since if you have more speed you will jump and you want to avoid jumping. Yes, Tricky is doing it good and is battling out with Foot. Spam is 6 seconds behind here, as you can see, so he's approaching the ramp now, so nothing lost for him. As we can see, a little bit of a bug here in this plugin. But Spam with another mistake on this section. And this is not looking good for him. But Tricky has made a mistake as well. So he had to respawn as well. So this is not looking good. This could be an elimination for the rather non-RPG players. By the name of Spam and Tricky. Also Spam now with a good transition here. But there we have Foot. And also Tricky has made a mistake. So this is the 3-way fight we are focusing on right now. 2 players will be dead. But also we have Vunjo who has made a mistake. Spam will have enough speed, but there we have also Tricky, who has respawned again, and now all of a sudden it's Spam up to P8, but we could have seen players respawning. Foot was only so slightly ahead of him, half a second, and Spam is now in the green. Spam is in the green, but not able to clear that jump because he has touched beforehand. And this means he has to go all the way back to CP6. This is bad news here for the Dutch player. But this will cost him more than 5 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds. So this is bad news for him, as he had it. He had it for the moment. Tricky still struggling here, as you can see. And let's see how far behind Spam is. Foot is approaching CP7 now. Is 38 seconds, but you can see the tremendous gap here. It's 30 plus seconds between 6th and 7th position. So the others won't really have a saying or will be alive. But yes, Spam now up. No, actually not up to the second last position, because Tricky didn't make a mistake this time. And you can see the mistake has cost Spam 12 seconds. Let's see the fight here for the top. Vunjo, Calvin, and RTC are there. RTC is in first. Then we have also Fazerb and Ariana Grande behind. And Morphia and Foot as mentioned beforehand. Indeed. Lul W. PF port coming up. Foot. Not steering, but Tricky is lurking. But every CP is very hard on this track, Astro. Okay, Tricky's doing it good. Greatly done by him, but that didn't really come closer towards Foot here. So it can go either way. Tricky with a small mistake. Didn't lose too much with that, so he will be able to clear that section, and is 1.6 seconds behind. But now the infamous CP10 is on our way, and Tricky goes for the attack. It's a neck and neck fight here for that last remaining spot. Who will qualify himself for the top 7? Will it be Foot or Tricky, or will both fall down and Spam will make it when both are failing CP10 here? But the checkpoint will come up now. This is the do or die for both of the players. Greatly done here by Tricky as he goes first into the CP. And this is very important to do. It is looking good here for him. Foot had to respawn. And Spam also had to respawn towards CP9. So Spam won't have a saying here. And it is Tricky who could potentially go home and grab himself a ticket into the top 7. Also gets the boost, didn't get into contact as Foot is so far behind and had even to respawn. And let's check where the other players are. We have Ariana Grande, who is now finishing or is approaching the finish, and Calvin and RTC are betting it out for the first place. This will be a time well under 5:50. Calvin not with a good landing here, and it will be RTC in first. And we have Vunjo in third place. Fazerb finishing, but a little bit further behind. Approaching the ending there's just now. Will be a time over 6 minutes. Then we have Ariana Grande behind that. Morpheo. And the last player is actually betting out with Spam. Spam, what are you doing? Wait, where is Foot? What happened? What happened? Wait, huh? What is happening? What happened to Tricky? Oh no, oh no. So Spam and Tricky might... Or wait, did someone DNF? I'm confused. Guys, I'm super confused because Spam now is saying that he's in the green. But he's on P7, and then we have Tricky, but who DNF'd then? I'm super confused now. Because Spam is finishing now. Yeah, because the plugin is fucked up now. Spam finished in 7th position. This means that he is in. And Tricky is out. But who else went out? Foot. Ah, okay. Foot didn't finish. But this... Ah, okay. So Spam is still in. So top 7 now. But I was confused because of the plugin. Because it was displayed for me that Foot finished or something. But I think it is only because of the players here rage quitting. Which is really bad. I would never rage quit. So yeah, now we are in the next round. The last round with 2 knockouts. And then we have 1 knockout after that. So 5 more rounds here in this RPG Nightcup. 22. Okay, I can trust the green and red. Alright. But Spam again, not with a good start. And also Fizerb had to respawn here. Or has made a tremendous mistake. And is super far behind. As you can see, 10 seconds away already from the top 5 position. And 13.5 seconds away from the first place, which is occupied by Morpheo. So he's on a roll again and on a good start, but has made a mistake. Did he get a bug or did he clip? I've not really captured that. But this was unfortunate stuff for him. And now we have Wunjo in the lead. Battling it out with RTC Ariana Grande. And then behind that, we have already Spam. So Spam up to P4 after a wonky start. Spam finds himself on P4. This part can also be super tricky and can cook you. Spam gets a good amount of speed and was able to make that jump. So greatly done. Also goes for the ram cut. Wee, that was a Monka W moment, but Spam was able to survive and now up to P3 because we see Wunjo, who has made a mistake and had to respawn. And now in the battle here for that 4th placement with Calvin. Morpheo and Fizerb are on P6 and 7. But Morpheo can see Calvin and Wunjo here and is pressurizing them. So let's follow Morpheo here. Unless someone will make a mistake, but we will capture that in the checkpoints. We can also see Spam there a little bit further away, so he has a gap of, let's say, 1 to 2 seconds towards Calvin and Wunjo. Maybe 2.5 to 3, something like that. But they came a bit closer. Yeah, 2 seconds. And then Morpheo is 1 second behind Calvin and Wunjo. But the gap is shrinking a bit as Morpheo is, of course, the favorite here. But yeah, you can see Fizerb and RTC. So RTC has made a mistake, if I recall it correctly, and Fizerb. So they are dead, and Morpheo is still here in the top 5. And now Spam is in the battle for that 1st place here. As we can see, Wunjo is also there. Calvin has dropped out in the meantime, but Spam is on 2nd place. Now going to the PF section. Let's see who respawns earlier. It is Spam, and Ariana Grande is more than 5 seconds, 9 seconds to be exact, ahead. So he is on a banger of a time, as it seems. Also does this section really good. He can rather save it all. A little bit of a mistake here, but still looking good for him. And we have Fizerb still being in 6th position, and RTC, who has dropped out and is now at the PF section in last. Additional mistake for him. Is he able to make that jump? Oh no, I thought there was a jump, but there was no jump. This jump I was talking about. I thought he was there, but he is there now and he has made it. So greatly done by RTC. He needs to rely on mistakes, but checkpoint 10 is coming up now. Ariana Grande is approaching it. Has made a mistake before that, but not afterwards. So he's still in there now. Wunjo versus Spam. Who will make that mistake? Oh, Spam with a very risky line there. Going for the left, right. Then Morpheo is behind. And Calvin as well. They're not so far away. One mistake will be enough to get them eliminated. It seems that everyone has survived this part. Wunjo, Spam. Spam is in 3rd place. Morphia not with the best amount of speed, so Calvin will overtake him. But he is still able to make it into the CP. So Frizerb. As you can see, checkpoint 11 reached by every player in the top 5. Frizerb is super far behind. So it is safe to say that Frizerb and RTC are out. Well played though. But Morphia with a respawn though. But it is Frizerb who has not even reached checkpoint 11. He's super far away as he gets the booster here. Or he drives over it. So a mistake didn't really harm Morphia too much. You can see Ariana Grande finishing with a 5:46. Bunjo behind that. Great match time here, 5:46. Bunjo in 2nd. And we have Spam in 3rd. Calvin behind that in 4th position. It's a little bit more to clear. And then Morphio in 4th actually. And Calvin has made a mistake. And RTC? No way. RTC has overtaken Calvin because Calvin had to respawn. So RTC is in. This is so confusing because CPs are not there. So Calvin is out and Frizerb as well. Oh man. Because of the lack of CPs, I didn't see who is in and who has made a mistake. That's a bit unlucky, but still this track is really good with that concept. So yeah, top 5. So our top 5 is consisting of Ariana Grande, Wunjo, Spam, Morphio and RTC. And now it is only 1 knockout. So will the non-RPG player by the name of Spam will make it into the next round? We will find out now, as he has not the fastest start here. Ariana Grande also with a mistake here. And Morphia and Wunjo are marching through, but RTC is doing this part good as well. So Morphia has accumulated a comfortable lead here in the meantime. Oh, it's super hot in my room. It is super warm. Also good roof hit here by Ariana Grande, claiming that 2nd position to him again, or claiming it back. And the Spam 4 seconds behind. 4 seconds behind the leader here. 4.7, but it only matters if you are in last or not, because if you are in last place you will get eliminated now. But Wunjo is in reach for him. As you can see, he is approaching the roof hit here now into the building, but Spam got stuck and had to respawn. So this is not a lot of time that has been lost by him, but it is something, you know. This will stack up throughout the whole event if you make mistakes. Oh, and Spam was barely able to get that magnet. That was a bit lucky, but sometimes you need something like that. So Spam still alive. CP5 for him, also doing it good, but he lost a little bit more time towards the other players. But now this part is coming, and this part is super hard to do, as we see Wunjo doing it, making the jump, and also the other players by the name of Ariana Grande. Wait. Okay, I thought that everyone has respawned, but Ariana Grande, Morphio, and RTC, the MW trio here, are fighting it out for the top 3 placements. Looking good, or showing, or declaring the ranking in the top 3 between them. That's what I wanted to say. So great jump by Ariana Grande. Gets a lot of speed. Then Morphio and RTC are a little bit further behind. Wunjo in the meantime finds himself 3 seconds behind, and Spam is reaching the 7th CP just now. but is still 5 seconds behind. So halfway into the track, and Spam is in dead last, but still a good performance here by the Dutch player, as he's playing against the best RPG players out there. So now we will go closer and closer towards the PF section, which is Spam now jumping into. Oh, but he's risking it too much. He has released too much, too less. But Bunjo as well. Bunjo had to respawn. No, he has done... Wait, what is happening? Bunjo has written something. Wait, why did he retire? Oh my god, Bunjo retired. And this means that if Spam will finish here, he will be in. If Spam finishes, he is in. But he's super far behind, so we could see 2 knockouts. Since I've mentioned it beforehand, if you respawn here on this track... Oh, yeah, no, Spam can't go through that. Spam can't go through that. And we could see 2 knockouts here. We could see 2 knockouts, and I have no idea why Bunjo retired here. So this could be the top 3 already, so 2 more rounds. And Ariana Grande with a beautiful jump here in this section. So Spam really needs to rely on a mistake, as the finish timeout is only 1 minute, or 2 minutes, I think, if I recall correctly. So Spam still at this CP, and now it should work. But you can see he is at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and only at CP 9 just now. CP 8, I mean. He respawned too early. Oh no. Spam is dead. 3 mistakes in this section and Spam is dead. Like one of the easiest CPs on this track, or like we not get really punished for it. And Spam has respawned too early. This is unfortunate for him. He played super good though. But you hurt to see that. Because you have to go into the hole, and Spam has respawned too early. Damn it. So we see 2 knockouts again in this round, so more than usual. And the top 3 will be occupied by 3 MW players. If RTC is able to finish though, because he's still at the free wheel checkpoint, which is really hard to do. Ariana Grande is finishing, as well as Morpheo. So both of them are definitely in the top 3. But we are finding out if the top 3 will be played for. So RTC is doing this part good. You can see the finish timeout is 1 minute and 30 seconds. The RTC is well in, unless he makes a mistake. But yeah, guys, it's always easy to say that that you wouldn't have done it, because the pressure is really rising on these things. But yeah, like I would never delete as Bunjo did it, because he would have been well in. And what happened to Spam was just very unlucky. It was very, very unlucky. And I feel a bit sorry for him, because he played pretty good. Unlucky for Spam. So RTC, one more jump for him. And yes, we will indeed have our top 3. But only MW players, Ariana, Morpheo and RTC, will fight it out here for the throne. Good luck to the top 3. And yeah, it is safe to say that a MW player will win this Nightcup. But it is, guys, it is super hard to spectate in Nightcup, because everything, or so many things are happening. Now it will be a bit easier because we have only 3 players. But let's see who will go into the final. It will be MW, of course, who are dominating this competition at the moment. Ariana Grande right now in the lead. RTC is in last. And Morpheo is in the middle of the MW players. So 3 players are remaining. After not that many rounds, actually. RTC not with a lot of speed here, but was able to make it. So his car was accelerating there, but only so slightly. Still, this was very important that he didn't have to respawn. But he's so far behind. You can see 3 seconds. He lost 2 seconds with that. So this is painful, and 2 seconds are a lot. He really needs to rely on a little bit of a bigger mistake from Ariana Grande or Morpheo. In the meantime, Ariana Grande has fallen a bit behind. So RTC comes closer and closer. Going to CP5. Oh my god. Wonky approach here. But was able to stay on track. But thus loses additional time. Good time here. And again, a small mistake. Those small mistakes really stack up. Because the players are not standing still. You can see that. It's hard to see. Not looking good for him at the moment. Let's go to Ariana Grande. And to Morpheo. Morpheo still with a good performance here. 1 second ahead of Ariana Grande. He has come a bit closer though. Into the reuse section we go. Good jump here from Ariana Grande. Really transfers a lot of speed. Jumps to Narnia here. So didn't get too much speed out of that transition. Still didn't look too bad. Now we go into the castle. The castle section. Oh, Ariana Grande with a mistake! Oh, but was able to stay on track. But that was super lucky for him that he was not falling down or flipping or something like that. So a mistake where he could afford it. So Ariana Grande still on the top, on the juicy top 2 spot, which will be enough because only the last player will get eliminated. So now the respawn here that Spam has unfortunately failed in the last round comes now into the PF section. Ariana Grande doing it good, not failing it. Morpheo still in the lead. And also RTC is only 7 seconds behind. Let's go with him. And see what he is doing. No mistakes have been done by him. I mean, not really major mistakes, only like clips or slowdowns that really have stacked up. So he didn't respawn yet. Yeah, like mistakes like that. Those cost really a lot of time. But the wise decision to go back. But you can see another 2 seconds down the toilet. Another 2 seconds down, and he's risking it, and he has fallen down. So Morpheo in the meantime has made a mistake as well. And Ariana Grande is now up into the lead. But not a really, really huge mistake. Okay, into the last part of the track we go. The Colosseum. Morpheo with a tiny tad more speed. But it doesn't matter since this downhill is coming up. Into another acceleration of a booster. Who's risking it more for the first place? Ariana Grande almost with a touch there. But that wasn't the case. Similar amount of speed here from both of the players, for the MW players here. Good jump here from Morpheo. So I think he has a little bit more speed. Only a tiny tad more. Or actually no. It's Ariana Grande with a good section here. And let's see who caught up or who lost something in this section. Looking good for both players. It's Ariana Grande who caught up 0.15 or who extended his lead to 0.15. Like on top of the 0.96 beforehand. So greatly done by him. And it's looking like RTC is out. Yeah, he had an additional respawn and it's not even in or at CP10. Only approaching it now and he is dead. And this means the final leaves us with Morpheo and Ariana Grande. Greatly done. Also a good time here with a mid 540. So 542 even. I thought it would be a bit slower. But great times here. 542 and 544. Great round and good luck. So this is the last round here of the RPG Nightcup 22. Good luck to Ariana Grande and to Morpheo. RTC is out. GG. So well played by him. Still a third place. He played pretty good. Oh, Ariana Grande not with a good start here. But you can see in this wonk, or in this like very, very hectic section, everything can happen. But I really like this map. This is a really, really cool map. So props to Yannex at first. Building this masterpiece of a map. Ariana Grande with a touch, able to do that or to clear that speed check. But still, he is a little bit further behind. Great roof hit for him. And yeah, who will win this one here? It looking like Morpheo is doing it good. Ariana Grande with a mistake. And thus Morpheo is extending his lead. So the French player is doing it good. Ariana Grande with a mistake here. He gets stuck. And he had to respawn. And this is not looking good for him. I mean, the respawn is pretty early there. But still, it is not looking good for him here. The first major mistake here for him. Morpheo on a roll here. And he is well ahead on this section. Going to the magnet now. Survives this one. And it's Ariana Grande finding himself 12 seconds behind. So let's follow Morpheo here if he makes a mistake. Or on his way to the victory. So both things can occur. But it's safe to say that Ariana Grande cannot afford a mistake on this track. Looking good for Morpheo here. Good pace. Also good section here. Rather safe, but still looking good for him. You only need to win. It's not the fastest time that will win here something. But still, it's looking good, but I mean, it's not perfect, you know? It is not full risk. So, yeah, Morpheo jumping onto the extended roof there. And Ariana Grande is 20 seconds behind. He has made an additional mistake and is only at this section here. So we can really well spec Morpheo and see if he makes a mistake or if he will just clean sweep this one here in style and don't make a mistake here. Good jump here. This jump is pretty hard to get because you need to get the height and then also you want to jump to the right. To the left, I mean, as well as this jump kind of. Okay, now to the respawn we go. Couple of more turns. Great transitions here from Morpheo. Let's see his CP. It's 304, and the best CP8 was a 302. So he's not too far behind, but also he is safing, yeah. He is safing. So Morpheo is on his way to win RPG Nightcup 22 here. But he can still be cooked. Still everything can happen. Don't call it. It's not over till it's over. Right? Greatly done. Good section. In the meantime, let's see where Ariana is. He's not even at the respawn. He is so far behind. Ariana goes to the respawn now. But 1 minute behind. And I would call it GG if he survives the freewheel part. Which is of course the second last CP. But yeah, he can just save it. He is 1 minute. He can see his opponent there. But his opponent is more than 1 checkpoint behind. You can see CP10 is now reached by Morpheo. And this is the make it or break it. He needs to fail it several times in order to let Ariana pass him here. But yeah, looking good for Morpheo. To the last sections we go. This freewheel part can be very tricky though. But he survives it in style. Also gets the boost here. Very good. Oh, but he has made the mistake. He has made the mistake. And Ariana Grande is coming closer. But still, it's only 1 mistake. It has to be more like that. It has to be more like that in order to let Ariana Grande pass him. But you can see he has reached the checkpoint now. And now it's a bit closer here if Morpheo makes that mistake. But now it's looking good. The pressure is rising, of course. Jump here looks good as well. And this is most likely the GG if Morpheo will reach that CP. Looking very, very good. Yes, it does. Oh, close there to the door. But was not making contact with it. And in the meantime, Ariana Grande caught up though, but the gap is still tremendously high. So Ariana Grande making too many mistakes here in this final. And we have one more section here, one more CP that Morpheo has to cope. And then we have the winner of the RPG Nightcup 22 on a masterpiece map by Yannex. So a very, very cool map. Couple of jumps are remaining. Not a good time here, but considering the difficulty on this track and mistake is really unforgiving. It is good, it is sufficient, and Morpheo is your winner. GG, well played, greatly played here, and a good save by him. Intelligent player, well played, and GG. Morpheo is your RPG Nightcup winner 22. So this concludes the RPG Nightcup 22. Really nice competition and very cool map by Yannex. GG.